Hey, guys. Joe here, the guy who watched Jurassic Park this week and didn't want to come up with a line because, yeah, I gotta be honest, I kind of felt like I've used the line I wanted to use. I changed it like 5 seconds ago, legitimately. Actually, more time than that, but 5 seconds ago from the first time I attempted to shoot this. My mic was off the first time. Anyways, I'm here to talk about Roman Dolidze versus Marvin Vettori 2 in the Apex and eye pokes. Gonna talk about those a lot tonight. So, enough talk. Let's get to the fight. Main event. Roman Dolidze, Marvin Vettori. Fight that, it's in the Apex. It's a rematch in the Apex, which I don't know if you know this, but nothing gets my blood going more than an Apex main event at middleweight. These two guys, they're both very much of the archetype I refer to. I need a name for these guys. One day I want to do a video on like fighter archetypes, because there's certain archetypes I feel like, and these guys are in the same one. They're these plotting. They like to strike, even though they're not best at it. But they like to strike. They're comfortable enough in the striking game, and they're really better grapplers than they are strikers. But they're gonna strike if they can. Type of guys with no real speed or like extra gear or anything like that. And whenever two guys like this fight each other, right? We get that kind of that collision. There's two ways I want this fight to go for entertainment's sake, and this wasn't any of them. Both ways are brawls. The first way is just an outright striking brawl. One bomb here, another bomb here. Let's just let it rip. The second one is back and forth on the ground. You know, ground and pound here, ground and pound from the other. Maybe a submission attempt, doesn't get it. Guy gets on top, he goes for one. You know? Sorry, allergies are running crazy. My nose is very itchy. Um, this wasn't this. This wasn't it. So yeah, it's it's kind of funny. For me, because I knew this wasn't gonna be it. It wasn't like this the first time. It wasn't a very good fight the first time. Second time wasn't very fun. So, all right, but I want to stress something. Just stop my phone. I want to stress something though. So I think, to be fair, you guys let me know if I'm crazy in the comments. Like, please let me know. We have a good vibe here. You guys can always let me know. Like, hey, Joe, you're crazy for thinking this or saying this. Like, hey, it's totally fair. You know, and because I probably am crazy. Like, whenever you trying to think of the verbiage here, whenever you consume media, entertainment, and your mood isn't quite right for it, you're never gonna fully enjoy it the way you should. So I've been a little exhausted today. I got up very early to go do some stuff, and then had like a 3 hour break, and then I went back to doing it. But in that 3 hour break, I started watching one of my favorite movies of all time, which is a movie called Prisoners. Prisoners with the two big names in it are Jake Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman. If you haven't seen it, watch it. I've probably talked about it on the show before. It's like just adore that movie. It's in my top 10 favorite films of all time. Just a spectacular movie to me. And me and my best friend were talking about it because he watched it today too when I was running errands, and I went, "No, I want to watch it." Just me and him talking like back and forth. But I'm just so exhausted. I was like, just can't really get into it. Like I'm having trouble enjoying this movie. So, like it's gonna be hard for me to enjoy the fight that I wasn't even excited for. So this fight was fun, and I'm just crazy. Let me know. You know what I mean? Um, I got, maybe I'm the wild one, but here's something I know we can all agree on. What is up with what are the rules in MMA? Because there was so many eye pokes from Roman Dolidze this fight. Like Vittori's, you know, put his fingers out a couple times in fights, but I feel like I saw them all from Dolidze, and this could be my like attraction to Cheyenne Vlismas bias coming in here with Roman Dolidze. So maybe. But at the same time, like, man, like Herb Dean warned him in between like one of the early rounds. It was either 2 and 3 or 1 and 2. It was in between rounds. It was in between one of those rounds, right? And he just did like 3 or 4 more after that. It was like no point was taken in a close fight that Roman Dolidze wins by unanimous decision in a very close scoring fight that could have been a draw, or it could have been a Vettori win because of all the point deductions. I I don't understand. It has to be a thing of like I think personally now I think top 5, 6, 7 years ago I think you could have been like warning once, then we take a point no matter what. Now I think take a point after the first one. Like I don't think there's any excuse now. We've been dealing with this crap for years. This fight though, I don't know if I've said it because this is like my third time trying to record. First time I was messing up. Second time mic was off. So this was like a title fight for me. This was a title fight, not like in like a championship fight or like a fake belt, like a BMF belt or anything like that. This was a title in the traditional sense for me, because the winner of this fight was going to be given the title of Sean Strickland's next Apex opponent. Because I guarantee now, if Vittori won, it would have been him. But Roman Dolidze is going to fight Sean Strickland in an Apex main event later this year, and it's going to be hilarious because Roman Dolidze calls out Sonya and Whitaker, and I don't know that meme. I think it was like Pawn Star. The best I can do is Sean Strickland, Apex main event. Like that's how I feel.
You, pretty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you. And in chitty chitty bang bang, chitty
Co-main
chitty
event.
bang bang,
One
what
of my
you
boys,
do?
Chidi
You
Njokuani.
are a
Seriously, boy this guy up if you
Holobaugh.
haven't. He's taking on Elizeu Zaleski dos
Bang
Santos.
bang, chitty chitty
I
bang
like
bang,
myself a
I'm
good
a
kicker,
offender.
and this guy front kicks his way into my heart every fight. So first round, he even gets hurt, survives some strikes, gets taken down, survives on the ground, he lives to fight in the second round. Always like that. Then he eye pokes ZDS. Don't like that, but he goes right back to kicking afterwards. High, low, mid body kicks, and then gets a tie clinch, hard knee, the dome, just boom, plops ZDS. Then from there, ground and pound, TKO win. But there was an eye poke, and it really hurt my experience because I watched these fights in reverse order tonight. Because by the time I got home, the fights were already over. So I had to watch in reverse order. I'm like, another one of these swear word things, effing things. I guess that's probably the safest. But now for the rest of the card. Alexander Hernandez beat Kurt Holobaugh by unanimous decision with some good old fashioned wrestling. A buddy of mine texted me and he was like, "Hey, yo, that guy Kurt is really funny." I didn't know this fight was on the card. And he was like, "I think Kurt definitely beat Alexander." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, that was watching the fight. I was busy. And watching that fight, I can definitely understand what he meant. But uh, how the judges are going to score a fight, they're going to give it to Alexander Hernandez for sure. They really value that top control. That's just always how it's been. Damon Blackshear gets a sweet Kimura on Cody Gibson. But is there going to be another Kimura? Yes, the fight right before it, or the fight right after, if you're me. Brinson Ribeiro got it. Very Sakuraba-esque, because he got it from like the back clinch over Dr. Nergozai. Nogoja, I think is what. No, I'm destroying that name. Big TKO win though in the fight after for Kevin Vallejos over Sungwoo Choi, who I did not know was like 4-7 in the UFC. And dude, I mean, props to him for keeping the job. You know, I get it. Faldo Cortez Acosta beat Ryan Spann with some TKO in the second round on some grounded pound. But guess what? Was there an eye poke? Yes, there was also an accidental headbutt. There was an eye poke. Yep. Su Young Yu beat AJ Cunningham by unanimous decision. Josias Musasa gets a rear naked choke over Carlos Vera after a head kick. Good head kick. Drops him, gets the rear naked choke. Sam Hughes get a split decision over Stephanie Luciano. Andre Lima got a rear naked choke over Daniel Beres. And actually, very dominant. Just smoked on this dude. Priscilla Cachoeira a woman who I think might be one of the worst women's fighters of all time that I've seen in the UFC. I don't know if she has a job still. Probably too. I'm not gonna say it. I'm trying to cut down on my Shevchenko jokes. But you get a KO, walk off KO, or Josiane Nunes, which yeah, it's actually a pretty good KO. I don't like Priscilla Cachoeira though, because of the eye gouge with like Carly Judice got just a smoking awesome hit kick over Eunice Dubin, and there we and that was to open up the card. That's it I have for this week. Of course, I'll be back. But while you're waiting on me to come back, I've been busy with life. So I am working on two retro reviews currently. I know you're saying, like, I want to watch more. Like, you know, give me your errands, Joe, so I can, like, I'll work your schedule so you can shoot a retro review. I know what you're saying, fans, and listen, I really appreciate it. But I actually like my job, even if it does work me like crazy sometimes. At least it feels like it. I really like my job, so no. Uh, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm tired. I apologize, guys. It's like 5 a.m. here. I didn't want to go to bed, but I was like, oh, I need to shoot this or I'm not going to shoot it. So I don't know where I'm going with this. But I know what you're thinking. You want to watch more retro review content. You want to watch some great stuff. Well, I got some great stuff for you on our Patreon right now because you can watch it early. We have a new guy coming in to do the retro reviews to help me out because I have a backlog right now, guys. I'm like 2025 has been busy. 2020, the end of last year was really busy for me. It's been kind of wild for your boy. So Carl went, got some help. His name is Mitch. Please give him a fantastic welcome from me, Carl, the whole INC family, and welcome him in. It would mean a lot to me because he's doing all of us a favor and he honestly does great work. He's got a good sense of humor, you know. But that's it for me. Definitely go check out the new one and a little hint of what it is. I won't spoil it in case you're not willing to join the Patreon and really be, because that's the easiest way to support us, because you get exclusive content, you get early content, you get all our content, and like if you're, it's not forced, we're not begging for anything like that, of course. I won't spoil what it is, but I'll give you a hint. Let's just say, uh, the famous quote coming out of this fight was, leg kicks don't win fights. Think about that. But that's it for me. I'm in Joe with the INC. Eye pokes suck, and thank you so much for watching.